So good morning po. Welcome to the second day of our workshop. You're still attending Advanced Project Management. Yeah. Apo. Today we will discuss goal seek, including linear programming, profit maximization, minimization, and also the transport model. These are also essential tools in project planning, of course. Yeah. If you want to determine how much resources are you going to allocate to a particular site, a particular hospital, especially you're with DOH. Yeah. Apo. Hopefully, you will find use of these techniques for advanced project management. As I mentioned yesterday, many techniques in operations management are being used in project management. Literature would suggest yung mga libro that was published by various institutions. Ginagamit din po nila yan. Yan. Of course, there are also qualitative approach in risk management as well. Kasi sa project management, we are also anticipating risk. Apo. Apo. Then tomorrow, we will discuss simulation. How are we going to do simulation using Microsoft Excel? Yeah. Mm-mm. Yung mga project management tools, yung tracking, yan, that was discussed yesterday. Yung mga communication tools that you must determine. I believe I discussed that in the previous recording. Okay, you have to determine how you will communicate. Saan kayo mag-uusap. Yan. So, another important feature of Microsoft Excel in project management is the goal seek. If you want to determine how much am I going to allocate in this particular hospital, di ba? Provided these are the bed capacity, ano kaya yung kailangan pa? Although at this point, probably, meron na kayong computation yan. Yan. Probably, you determine that already. Yan. Mas maganda kasi yung decision making, sa planning pa lang, there is a data involved. Yan. May kasama ng data. Yan. Goal seeking is the process of finding the correct input value when only the output is known. The function of goal seeking can be built into different kinds of computer software programs. Like Excel. Pinakasimple kasi sa Excel. It's the most simplest. Hindi mo na kailangan matuto ng programming language to perform the goal seek. Yan. Hindi lang nila dinidisclose sa Excel ano yung mathematical model that they are using in GoalSeek, but many are hypothesizing. Yan, ang dami nilang they are hypothesizing that they are using something like Newton. I forgot the whole terminology. Yan. Okay? Pinakasimple. This is simplest. Yan. Apo. Pero kasi wala siyang element ng optimization eh. Apo. Wala dito yung element ng optimization sa goal seeking. Apo. You would like to simply determine. Okay, of course, in the workplace, we are bound to use tools that will aid in decision making. Yan. Kasi in project management, that is a decision making. Ang dami kasing concept ng project management that were borrowed in operations management and even in management science. Ang dami niyang concept. Yeah, minsan nagugulat tayo, minsan may ginagamit pa sila yung opportunity cost, their computation of opportunity cost. Yan. Pagka ito hindi mo ginawa, then you went to a different direction. What will be it cost? And yeah, that is an opportunity cost. Yan, very basic kasi I think that was discussed in economics classes, but statistics. Yan, opportunity cost. Yan. Okay? Goal seeking is finding the correct input when only the output is known. Output, yan. Okay. Okay. For example, the target number of beds. Yan. Diba? This is often done using the goal seek function in Microsoft Excel or what if analysis via computer programs. Goal seek software only works if there are only one input value. However, goal seeking is a general term used to describe the process involved in figuring out your input value based on the already known output value. The process involves using a specific operator in a formula which can be calculated using computer software. Goal seeking is one of the tools used in what-if analysis on computer software programs. A what-if analysis is a process of changing values in Microsoft Excel to see how the changes will affect formula outcomes on the worksheet. So I will now proceed with Microsoft Excel. Yan. So first, let us activate. Baka lang kasi hindi po available yung nandito yung GoSig. Nandito na. Then you have the solver here. Gagamitin natin yung solver mamaya for the transportation problem. Yan. Okay? Just in case wala po itong what if analysis and solver dito sa data, you can go to file. Anyway, this is being recorded. Ano? Yan. So kung meron po kayong and then go to, sadali ulitin natin, file. Okay? Sa pinakababa dito po sa kaliwa, on your left, go to options. Yan. Any version of Excel has solver. Matagal na po yan. Add-ins, manage Excel add-ins. Dito lang po tayo titingin sa baba. Yan. Okay, nakikita po natin ito. Tignan lang po yung mouse. Manage, add-ins, then click go. Yan. Then click on solver add-in. Then kung hindi po naka-activate yung analysis tool pa, you can activate that dito sa yan. Pwede nyo na po isama. And then click OK. Yan. Yan. Okay? Yan. So yan pa. No? Yan. Then I have an example here. You can copy this. I created this example during our last workshop with the Department of Tourism. Yan. So for example, the problem is uh, they want to identify how much budget is this sufficient, for example, in total budget spent. Would this be sufficient to attract tourist arrival of 833,000? How many campaigns do they need? Marketing campaigns. Of course, marketing campaigns also includes ano ba ito? Advertisement, di ba? International advertisement. Madalas mga nasa hotel yan. Ano? Yan. So probably there are several channels. Diba? There might be several channels. For example, print, TV, or radio. Diba? Ngayon kasi may social media. No? Social media. Yan. Would this be sufficient for their ilan na kaya yung pwede nilang gawin dito? So for that, to solve that, go to data, and then what if analysis, goal seek. Bukas explore po natin to. Yan, data table. Yan. Okay? And then you have here the goal seek. Yan. Hindi na siya na-stretch. Ano? Okay? Yan. Okay? So for example, this is your target. Yan. C5. So that is your target tourist arrival. Okay? Yan. And then let's say we are targeting 900, isara na natin kunyari. Pwede rin 1 million. Pwede bang 1.5? Sige nga, tignan natin 1.5. 1.5 million. 1,500,000. Okay? And your changing cell is C3. Yan. Then, okay. Yan, sige po. By the way, you can copy this in the meantime. And then you look at this in goal sheet. Then click OK. Yan. So sabi dito, di mo naman kailangan ng 6 marketing campaign to hit 1,500,000 tourists. Yan. So pwede na tatlo daw. Okay? Yan. So pwede na daw tatlo. Yan. Of course, there are other things. I was asked, sabi, ano yan, sir? Okay na ba yan? Would that be sufficient enough to convince them? Well, of course, there are many qualitative risks that we have to consider as well. Apo. Yan. At least you are being guided with this. Yan. At least you are being guided. Mm. Yan. Apo. Of course, you have to determine that as well. Ano ba yung mga qualitative instances that may have an effect, di ba? Ang tinuturo ko nga dyan usually, uh, usually we have to look at the pestle analysis, the politics, di ba? Economics, social, technology, legal, and environment. Of course, ang laki nung role ng environment, especially if this is tourist arrival that we are talking. In some months, probably during the next semester of the year, malalakas yung bagyo, di ba? It's very difficult to attract tourists due to cancellation of flights, di ba? Road closures, yan. So that may disrupt it. Kaya nga ang taas, probably I haven't seen their statistics. Probably mataas yung kanilang sales or their experience growth during the summer season. Summer talaga, Very rare, Very rare hanggang January to July, Yan, nagpipik talaga yung mga niyan, mga destination. January to July. Yan. So sa September, medyo malaki yung risk. Malaki yung risk. Okay? Of course, the Philippines has 2 seasons. Yan. 'Di ba? Dalawa lang yung season. Yan. Mm. Yan. So that's it. That is goal sheet using Excel. Okay? So probably this can aid you. This will help you determine during your project planning, you may determine how much are you going to spend, di ba? Ilan lang yung kailangan nating campaign. Probably, you can spend all of this, okay, in social media, Oo nga, that might make sense later on. Di ba? Sinusundan natin kung nasan yung market. Many of the people are in social media. So you can allocate that one later. So mamaya, kasi may maganda yung tawag na, yung linear programming that can also help you in decision making. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we can try this one. So here you have a scenario. For example, DOH wants to know how much budget should go to the immunization program so that the total health expenditure reaches 500 million. Okay. So for your set cell, okay, that can be your total expenditure, okay, and your total value. Okay. Kaya lang dapat kasi alam natin kung magkano yung expenditure. I'm not sure at this point. We can just simply hypothesize how much are we going to allocate for the expenditure. Okay. Changing cell, that's your immunization budget. Okay, let's try this using Solver. Okay, let's say this is your total expenditure. Okay, then the value or total budget. Then you have the immunization budget. Parang ang laki ng data. No? Okay, total expenditure. That's your budget. So probably we can just simply estimate. Ano? Yeah. So for the total expenditure for the immunization, hmm, that could be equal sign. Okay, let's say this is point. I'm not sure kung if the values are realistic. 0.3. Uh, tumaas lalo, ano? Uh, or we can say that this is 0.1. Teka pa nga. Dapat ito, it be 20. Okay? Pwede na. That makes sense. Okay? Let's say this is your estimated. Ito yung estimated. Yan. Ang hirap, no? Yun lang yung challenge, ano? Apo. Tingnan natin if it will make sense. Kasi sabi natin, itong budget na 500,000 is just 20% allotted sa apa, to value 500. Teka, Mm-mm. To value, teka pa. Mm-mm. Try natin, 90 million. Ibig sabihin, kaya ba sa 90 million? Yeah. And then changing cell is 50 million. Kasi naka-formula. Okay, 50 million. Set cell. Okay. To value. Tingnan nga natin. 90 million. Okay. And then changing value is. Ako. Yan. Hala. Okay. Nag-random na siya. Yan. Mhm. So, ganun pa rin, ano? Halos wala siyang binago. Yan. Lalong tumaas. Okay. Sige, let's have another one. Mhm. So for this one, the next scenario, DOH aims for 95% vaccination coverage. Apo. Currently, apo, 9 million people are vaccinated out of 10 million target population. Yan. Okay. You have the description here. Apo. You have the vaccinated people, additional vaccination needed, total vaccinated, coverage rate. Para mas malinaw ito kaysa doon sa first example. Yan. So let's try to do this. Hmm. Yan. Good morning, sir. Pwede po pa zoom out para makita yung buong problem. Zoom out. Yan. Apo. Ayan, ito man. Yan. Yan. Let's try to do this. Yan. Let me know man kung meron na kayong solution. Sige ma'am, let me share this to you. Share natin tong ano. Let me share the presentation. Opo. So for target vaccination coverage, so goal seek data, and then what if analysis, goal seek. Okay. Set cell is the coverage rate. Apo. At present, it's 90, ano, or 90%. Okay. To value, apo, 0.95, ano, or 95%. Okay. And then for the changing cell, that is additional vaccination needed, the empty cell. Okay. So dyan sa empty cell, that will determine how much do we need. Yan. Madali lang, you know, kahit simple formula would do. Yan. So you need 500,000. Apo. Yan. The next, data, what if analysis, goal seek, set cell is the bed ratio. At present, it's 2 for 1,000 patients. Then for the value, that is 3. Okay, we are aiming for 3. No? Then changing cell, is additional beds. Then click OK. Yeah. So that's the, yan po yung mga sagot. So you need 2,000. Kanina madali lang i-determine eh. Medyo madaling i-determine. So you need 500,000 to reach 95%. Yan. Hmm. Yan. So let's pause for a break. Let's resume at 10 o'clock. Yan. Apa. Yan. So we will now discuss the purpose of linear programming for optimization. Mm. Apa. Linear programming is used to obtain optimal solution to problems that involve restrictions or limitations such as yan. Talagang this is really fit for project management. Apa.
for materials, budget, labors, machine time, ano. Yan. Of course, ito yung mga scarcity sa workplace, ano. Opo, syempre materials, di ba? Yan. Budget, ano. Kaya lang kasi example ko, manufacturing po, ano. Hindi ko lang alam kasi kung ano yung mga materials sa DOH, ano. Probably, well, number one, yung ano, no, supply ng MRI, CT scan, ano. I'm not sure if that is still a problem with DOH, ano, the number of CT scan devices, ano. Kasi back in 2014 or 2013 to 2014, there are parang dito sa hospital sa amin, it's a government hospital, wala silang CT scan during that time, ano. Kasi yung father ko was a stroke patient, ano. Yan. So we need to go to other hospital, to Asian Hospital, to Alabang Med, to have his CT scan, ano. Yan. Every time na aatakin siya nung ano tawag doon, nung ano nga tawag doon, seizure. Yan. Kasi yun yung naging complication, ano. Yan. Mm-mm. Kaya lang kasi iba yung sa ano, no. Mm. Budget, labor, machine, and time. Machine time, ano. Yan. Okay? Linear programming is a technique. I'm sure this is you're already familiar with this, Ma'am Alisa, ano. Uh, apa. It consists of sequence of steps that will lead to an optimal solution to problems, ano. In cases where an optimum exists, ano. Yan. Optimal, ano, the keyword here is optimal. Okay? Ibig sabihin, that is the best course of action. Now, does it happen? Makatanong yan. Does it happen na pwedeng walang optimal solution later on? Yes. Kasi yung mga input variable, ano, yun yung problema, yung mga input variable. Kung talagang it's very limited, it's talagang hindi kakayanin. Yes, that happens. Ano, nangyayari po yan. Yan. Okay. These are the requirements of linear programming. The objective function, this is a mathematical statement of profit or cost for a given solution. The objective function, usually this is the maximization, di ba? Profit maximization, minimization, di ba? Especially if your goal is to limited ka doon sa ano sa budget, ano. Yan. Usually sa government po ganyan, ano, minimization. Yan. Decision variable, amounts of either input or output. Feasible solution, space, the set of all feasible combination of decisions. Decision variable as defined by the constraint. And the constraint, these are the limitation that restrict the available alternative. Okay? And then you have the parameters, the numerical values. Yan. Yan. And of course, siyempre po, kailangan din po ng assumption. Ano? I'm sure that you're already familiar with the assumption. Sa statistics kasi talagang punong-puno ng assumption doon. Ano? Yan. You have the linearity or proportionality or additivity, the impact of decision variable in linear or constraints, and objective function. Okay. Divisibility, no integer values of decision variables are acceptable. Certainty, values of parameters are known and constant. Okay. Non-negativity, syempre hindi naman pwede maging zero, ano? Yan. Values of decision variable are unacceptable. So hindi pwede maging zero yung maximization, ano? Yan. Okay? Pagka po sinabing linearity, ibig sabihin yung cost niya ay yung talagang cost. Okay? Wala po tayong discount. Hindi po pwedeng may discount, ano? Well, of course, ano, when you purchase, for example, a number of t-shirt, okay? 'Di ba? As it increases, okay? Habang tumataas, habang dumadami yung nire-require mong number of t-shirt, bumababa po yun, ano? Merong element of discount, ano? Sa linear programming, it is not, ano, hindi pa pwede. Kailangan kung ano yung cost niya, yun yung i-input po natin sa model later on. Okay? Yan. Graphical method. Yan. So, sa linear programming, we have the graphical method. Okay? Yan. You set up the objective function and constraint in mathematical format. Plot the constraint. Kaya lang kasi sa Excel mamaya, optimal na kasi yun eh. No? Talagang yung ipoproduce po ng Excel mamaya is already optimal. Yan. Mm-mm. Yan. Sige, let's have an example of this. Basahin ko lang po ito. Plot the constraints, okay? Identify the feasible solution space, plot the objective function, determine the optimum solution. Yan. So we have an example here. A firm that assembles computer and computer equipment is about to start production of two new types of microcomputer. Each type will require assembly time inspection. Apa. And storage space. No? Each of the resources that will be devoted to the production of microcomputers is limited. Assembly time has 100 hours to consume. Inspection time has 22 hours. And storage space has a total of 39 cubic feet. Okay? The first type of new microchip, product 1, needs 4 hours of assembly time, 2 hours of inspection time, and 3 cubic feet of storage space. Yan. Okay? On the other hand, the second type of the new microcomputer, product 2, needs 10 hours of assembly time. 10 hours, and product 1 needs 2 hours. 4 hours assembly time. Yan. So tignan natin yung mga figures. Yan. Teka mama, share nga natin to kay ma'am. Wait pa. Yan. So talagang pang ano po ito, no? Yan. Kasi nga, yun yung challenge lagi, no? How do you allocate resources? Yan. Yan. Every unit of product 1 can generate $60 profit. While product 2 can get $50 profit per unit. The manager of the firm would like to determine the quantity of each microcomputer to produce in order to maximize the profit generated by sales of these microcomputers. Yan. Okay? Yan. So these are your decision variable, the quantity of new product 1. Okay? Yan. And maximize. Apa. So this is product 1, then this is product 2. Hindi na po natin gagawin yung ano. Apo, ano tawag doon? Kasi dito may manual computation. Hindi na po natin gagawin. So we will proceed with yan. Sa Excel kasi hindi na kailangan ng corner points. Yan. Yung mga corner points kasi that will determine that help us determine kung optimal ba. Apo. If that is the optimal solution. Yan. Sa Excel kasi it is a guarantee. Apo. Whatever it produce is already optimal. Apo. Yan. Sige po, gawin natin sa Excel. Madali lang po ito. Yan. So these are the constraints. Ito yung mahirap. This is critical. Yan. Paggawa ng constraints. Apo. Well, anyway. Apo. I'm sure you're already familiar po dito naman. Yan. Sa constraints. Okay. So for product 1, you have 4 hours of assembly time. Okay. Tama. Okay. Then 10 hours yung kailangan ng product 2. Okay. Kailangan daw hindi siya lalampas ng 100 hours. Should not be greater than 100 hours. Should be equal or greater or less than 100 hours. Okay. Inspection. Okay? Kailangan 22 hours lang. Apo. Apo. Less than or equal to 22 hours. Storage. Apo. These are the storage. Asan yung storage? Balikan natin yung apo. Asan na yung storage? 22 and 39. Hindi. 39. Ayun. Cubic feet. 3 cubic feet. And 3. Kaya parang 3. Okay. So 3, 3. Yan. Then non-negativity kasi nga, apo, dapat yung ibibigay na solution sa atin is not zero. Apo. Sa Excel, kahit hindi mo na to ilagay, apo, kahit hindi mo na sabihin ito, yan, it will produce, it will automatically, apo, it will have its common sense, Yan. So how do we plug that in Excel? Hindi ko kabisado. Apo. So sa side by side ko lang po. Apo. So you can type here. The decision variable, you have x1 and x2. Okay. And maximize z. Okay. So type here, on the next cell, type here equals 60 multiply, reference this cell, F2. Yan. Plus 50 multiply, then reference this cell. Okay? So for the product. So we would like to determine that later on. Yan. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Ilan yung quantity na kailangan nating i-produce for both products. Yan. So pwede rin. Pwedeng sabihin na natin, ano bang product ito ulit? Microcomputer and, para yung micro. Oo. So okay na yan. Opo. Okay? And you have the constraints. Okay? So equal sign, 4 multiply by x1, okay, the empty cell beside x1 plus 10 multiply by x2. Yan. Para madali, nilalagay po natin to, para mas madali. Yan. Para mas madaling mag-identify. Yan. Sorry po, kailangan ko igitna. Yan. Zoom in. Yan. And type lang natin dito, 100. Yan. Next, inspection. This is equal sign. 2 multiply by x1, okay, plus 1 multiply by x2, okay? Yan. 22 hours. Yan. And for the storage, it's 3 multiply by x1. I'm sorry. Plus 3 multiply by x2. Okay? Kailangan daw hindi siya lalampas ng 39 cubic feet. Yan. Non-negativity is just simply, wag na to. Opo. Automatic naman kasi sa Excel. Opo. Opo. Kahit hindi nyo na ilagay. Yan. Let me know, ma'am, ano po, kung okay na po kayo. Uh-huh. Mm-mm. Yan. So ito po. Yan. Ito. Yan. Enter ko lang. Yan. Enter. Okay. I will proceed to data. Okay. And solver. Merong solver sa Google, pero ang layo kasi ng binibigay niyang malayo po yung binibigay niyang output. Okay? Your objective is maximization, price maximization. Okay? So click this. Okay? Okay po yan, maximization. Okay? Pagka minimization, mamaya gagamitin natin yan sa transportation model. Okay? Apa. Apa. Pwede rin kasing no, ikaw yung mag-set ng value. Sasabihin mo, ops, hanggang dito lang yung gusto ko. Yan. So, pwede. So, you can use that, the value of. Okay? Changing cell, we want to identify how many are we going to produce for each product. Okay? Yan. Given these constraints. Okay? Then, let's go to constraint. Let's click add. Okay? Reference lang natin to. Apo. This is E9. Okay? Remain. Dito lang yan. Okay? Constraint is 100. Add cell reference. Next constraint, that is 4. The inspection hours. Okay? 22. Add 0. Okay? Constraints. Add. Sa Excel kasi, whatever the value later, it will provide you a solution. Parang solution kasi yung binibigay. Opo. Okay? Sa-satisfy po niya yan. Then, click OK. Pagka naggaganito po, you can click cancel and click solve. Ayan. So, nakakita na siya. Pagka ganito po, nakakita na siya ng solution. Yan. So, basically, you have satisfied your constraints. Yan. Okay? In reality, pwede namang hindi ka mag-produce itong X1 eh. Apa. Pwede. Pwede ka mag-focus dito talaga sa X2. That's the reality. Yan. Okay? So, kikita ka ng $740. Yan. You have satisfied your constraints. Okay? Yan. So, it's within the bounds. Mm-mm. So, tama po ba tayo? Tama po. Yan. So, this is the apo. Yan. Kasi dito sa manual, I think you're familiar. Ano po, ma'am? Yan. Dadaan ka pa dyan sa mga corner points. Yan. Apo. Mm-mm. So, you can produce 9 and 4. Mm-mm. And you can profit 740. Yan. Yan. Another one, bago po tayo mag-transportation model. Yan. Opo. Yan. Usually, mahirap tong ituro, itong linear programming. Opo. Oo. Pero pagka natutunan talagang you can use this. However, yung mga variable kasi minsan hindi siya talagang, ano po tawag doon? Talagang hindi siya realistic kasi. Opo. That happens, ano? Yan. So these are some of the things that linear programming can do. Opo. Kaya lang dito kasi transportation ito, ano? Yan. Okay? So sino yung dapat mong unahin? Yan. Okay? Linear programming is used again, ano po? Yan. Refresh lang natin for obtaining the most optimal solution for a problem given constraints. In linear programming, we formulate our real-life problem into mathematical model. It involves an objective function, linear inequalities, with subject to constraints. Yan. Again, refresh lang natin. It's nice to be refreshed again. You have the decision variable. The decision variable are the variable which will decide your output. They represent ultimate solution to solve any problem. We first need to identify the decision variable. Okay. Yeah. So in our case earlier, it's how much are we going to produce for each product. Ano? The objective function is defined as the objective of making decision. The constraints, okay, are the restriction or limitation on the decision variable. They usually limit the value of the decision variable. And then the non-negativity restriction for all linear programmings, the decision variable should always take non-negative result. Okay, which means that the values for decision variable should be greater than or equal to zero. Yan. So basically, yung Excel kasi, automatically kasi pagka nag-linear programming ka sa Excel, uh, non-negativity talaga siya. Okay? Yan. Okay? Identify the decision. Ganun pa rin po yung step. Write the objective function. Mention the constraints and explicitly state the non-negativity restriction. Okay? So for example, ano, kasi linear programming, it tries to solve allocation problem. Ano? Yan. Aside from allocation, uh, the solution must be optimal. Okay? Ibig sabihin, that is the best solution. Ano? Given these constraints, what is our best solution? Okay? Optimal. Ano? Pagka sinabi, optimal. Ano? For example, a farmer has recently acquired a 110 hectares piece of land. He has decided to grow wheat, barley on the land due to the quality of the sun and our region's excellent climate. The entire production of wheat, barley can be sold. Yeah. Okay. Ayan. He wants to know how to plant each variety in the 110 hectares given the cost, net profit, and labor requirements according to the data shown below. Okay. A farmer has a budget of 10,000, ayan, apa, US dollar and an availability of 1,200 man days during the planning horizon. Okay. So find the optimal solution and the optimal value. Okay. You have the cost, price per hectare, then the net profit, and then the number of man days. Man days are the number of labor hours. Yan. In other words, it's the number of labor hours. Mm-mm. Yan. Sige po. You can try this. Apo. Yan. Pwede niyo po i-try. Okay? So you have, ano ba ito? Wheat and barley. Yan. Okay. And then the objective function is they, teka, apa, equals to 50 multiplied by the empty cell here plus 120 multiplied by barley. Yeah. Then the constraints, you have budget. This is your budget. Okay. Mondays. Yeah. Ano yung X and Y? Profit. Okay. Less than or equal. Okay. So, ganun pa rin, ano? Yan. So, equal sign 100 multiplied by wheat plus 200 multiplied by barley. Ten thousand, 1,200, and then 110. Type lang muna natin. Then equal sign 10. This is for price per hectare. So for wheat plus 30 multiplied by the price per hectare for the barley. Yan. And then this is just simply equal sign this plus this. Yan. Data, I'll go to data. Solver. Okay. The objective is Z. Okay. Changing cells. Okay. Then add. Yan. Add. Cancel. And let's check kung meron na siyang uh, nakita. Okay. Okay. So ayan, you can profit 5,400. Apa. Yan. So for an hectare, you can plant 60 for wheat. Okay. And then, ano ba? Teka po ah. Ano nga ginamit ng mga terminology? Let me screenshot this para side by side. Ba tayo? Yan. So sa 60 hectares, you can plant wheat and barley sa 20 hectares. Yan. Yan. So 80 lang talaga, no? Hindi, sorry, hectares pala to. Kala ko profit. Opo. Yan. Okay? So may matitira ka pa, no? Yan. May matitira pang 30, hindi, sorry. 30 nga. May matitira pang 30 hectares. Probably you can build up a facility there. Opo. Pwede ka magtayo pa ng isa pang facility. So kung gusto mo maglagay ng tindahan, di ba? Kasi ang kailangan mo lang ay 60 for the wheat and then 20 for the barley. Yan. Okay? So kikita ka ng $5,400. Mhm. Okay? So na-satisfy mo yung budget, ano? That's your budget, 10,000. So sagad na 'yon, okay? Yan. So 10,000. You can maximize all your budget for 80 hectares. Then masasatisfy natin yung Mondays na kailangan mo. Okay? Yan. Pero 80 lang, ano? 80 hectares lang. Okay? Ibig sabihin, fit lang yon for 80 hectares. Yung budget mo ay fit for 80 hectares. Apo. Ma'am, baka may tanong po kayo. Mm. Yan. Let me know po kung may tanong dito sa ating chat box. Yan. Okay? So that is linear programming. That's how you can allocate resources as well, ano? Yan. Kasi 'di ba in reality, we break down the Salamat po, ma'am. Apo. Yeah, opo. Kasi nakita ko po yung profile nyo. Ano naman po kayo, statistics major, ano? Saka math major. Yan. Mm-mm. So, usually, ang ginagawa kasi ng iba, you list down, di ba? Nagli-list tayo. Opo. Yung mga requirements. For example, machines, number of people. Yan. Yung mga ganyan, ano? Naka-breakdown lahat. Apo, in reality sa mga project, even in corporate, kasi galing po ako ng corporate, ganito yung practice. Ano? Yan. Hindi na i-implement masyado itong linear programming. But I guess, maganda sana kung ginagamitan ng linear programming. Many theses in mathematics are using linear programming. Apo. Kasi sa Lasal, ganun yung mga undergrad. They are using linear programming to determine traffic, yan, number of people, ano pa ba? Basta ganun, in particular, ano? Yan. Pero kasi hindi nila, ito kasi sa linear programming, this is your budget, this is your required number of hours to complete a project, di ba? And these are your space. Yan. Mas maganda, mas malinaw, ano? Ayan. Sige po. Ano ulit tayo? Break ulit tayo, ma'am. 10 minutes. Apo, baka masyadong draining. Apo. So let's resume by 10:41.
Apo. Next, we have the transportation model. Mm. Matrabaho lang to sa sa formula. But once we know how to set it up in Excel, yeah, madali na lang po. Okay? So these are the requirements for transportation model. You have the list of origins and each one's capacity, list of destination and each one's demand, then unit cost of shipping. So madalas probably yung mga delivery ng vaccination, di ba? From point A to point B coming from this warehouse, di ba? And then you have this particular vaccination center, di ba? How much will it cost? Yan. Okay. Unit cost po. Ano po? Unit cost. Okay. Yan. This is essential in linear programming for transportation models. When we say unit cost, sa vaccine, ano ba yung ano doon? Unit cost. Baka per ano yun, ano? Per batch. per batch siguro ang benta o kaya per piece. Ayan. So that you have to identify your unit cost. How are you going to compute? Ano? Yung magta-transport ng product, ng item, okay? Ano ba yung kanilang basis for unit cost? Diba? For example, ano ba yun sa ano? Iba-iba kasi For example, sa LBC, yung letter envelope ay 110 pesos kapag ka Metro Manila. So pagkapalabas na, tumataas. Yan, nag-i-increase. Yan. Okay? Items to be shipped are homogeneous. Okay? Ibig sabihin, pare-pareho po. Yan. Well, alam niyo naman po yung statistics, when we say homogeneous. Yan. Shipping cost per unit is the same. Okay? Yan. Lahat po dapat, parang yung discounting, dapat yung kino-compare ninyo, kung paano nila define yung box, di ba? Yung isang box ba, ilan ang laman, di ba? Dapat yung definition is clear. No? Pero kasi parang mahirap yun. Baka kasi in other facility, iba yung definition din nila. Di ba? Ayan. So you have to determine that. Well, anyway, everything in the government goes through a certain bidding process. Yan. So kailangan kasi sumunod sila sa inyo when you say this is our definition of unit Sabihin isang box na may lamang 300 vials perhaps yan. Only one route between origin and destination. Okay? Importante po yan. Origin and destination. Okay? Yan. So isa lang yung origin, isa lang yung destination. Yan. Okay? So yan. Okay? You have the supply. This is important in transportation problem. Okay? Ito lang yung tinitignan natin. So hindi masyadong mahirap yung transportation problem kasi ito lang yung constraint mo, yung supply at saka demand. Wala nang iba. Wala nang iba. Yan. And this is how you will set it up in Excel. You can say that you have your warehouse here and these are your factories. Okay. So dito ginawa yung product and you have your warehouse kung saan sila in where you will store probably the vials. Yan. Okay. The numbers here, the figures here are the shipping costs per unit. Yan. Per unit po ito. Yan. Okay. So for example, going from factory to warehouse A, that is the shipping cost. Okay. Factory 1 to warehouse B, that is the shipping cost. Okay. So on and so forth. Yan. Okay. And you have the supply. Okay. Ito yung kailangan mong supply. Ito rin yung kailangan mong demand. Yan. Yan. So not necessarily summation. So you just simply create a table like this in Excel. Okay. If you want to compute transportation model. So you have to create this. Ito lang po yung kailangan niya. You have the factory, you have the origin, and you have the destination. Yan. Apo. In reality, ano po kaya yung ang baba nung no? Apo. Going to factory to warehouse D will cost around $1. Yan. In reality, pwede naman. Di ba? Pwede. Kaya lang, ano po magiging problema doon? Yan. Kung dito mo lalagay lahat ng supply mo, yung 450, okay, what will happen? Baka mamaya yung capacity niya, ayan na. Yan. Baka mamaya 100 lang yung capacity nito. Okay? Saan niya na ilalagay yung mga supply? Yan. Opo. Saan na? Baka doon sa truck, pwede bang ilagay na lang sa truck yung sosobra? Hindi pa pwede. Kasi pag nainitan yung product, yung item, spoilage. That will mean spoilage, di ba? Yung quality ng product will be degraded. Those are the risks, di ba? Mamaya kasi, yung refrigeration yan, talagang hindi niya kakayanin yung more than 100. Okay? For example, 100 yung capacity nito. Yung warehouse ito ay 100 million capacity niya. Okay? Yan. So there will be yan quality problem later on, di ba? So we want to equally distribute, opo, na hindi naman natin nasa-sacrifice yung quality, okay, ng finished product. Opo. For example, yung vaccine. Yan, yung hindi naman natin nasisira yung kanyang composition. So how do we do that? Okay? So luckily, we have the transportation model. Yan. Okay? Yan. So mukha lang overwhelming but it is not. Yan. Yan. So side by side ko lang po, I shared with you the transportation model. Opo. Pwede niyo pong i-type. Yan. Open your Excel. Yan. Okay? Yan. Then for total cost, to compute the total cost, this is the formula. Yan. Share ko na lang. And I will explain later once you set up your Excel. Let me pause the record. Sige, paliwanag ko na po. To compute the total cost, it is just simply this, okay? I3, okay? So from warehouse A and factory 1, okay? Multiply by this. Apo, nitong nasa baba sa solution. Okay? Next, warehouse A to factory 2 multiply by this. Yan, this figure. And so on and so forth. Yan. Yan. Siguro I'll create a copy. Ano? Kasi may exercise dito. Baka ma-pre-F. Apo. Let me create a copy. Just create a copy. Save ko lang po. So that you can study po the formula. Downloads. Transportation. Yan. Apo. Para po mapag-aralan po niyo. Let me pause the recording again. Yan. The solution later will determine how much of the supply are you going to allocate for each factory going to the warehouse. Yan. So yan po ano. Yan. Okay. Ulitin natin. Let me repeat. Apo, ulitin ko lang po. Repeat, repeat. Yan. Di na record. Yan. Okay? Yan. Again, the total cost is this cell, okay, I3 multiplied by I9, okay? So that is the cost multiplied by whatever figure later on will appear here or will be provided by the solver, okay? That's the number of items to be shipped in this warehouse, okay? Yan. Kung may lalabas siya mamaya, kung magbibigay siya. Kasi pwede ba maging zero? Yes, pwede po yan maging zero. Okay, let us not preempt. Nakikita na yung mga ano. Okay, sige. Tanggalin natin yung color. Okay? Yan. Okay? The next, this cell, okay, I4, okay, the cost from warehouse or from factory 2 to warehouse A. Yan. Yan. Okay? The warehouse A multiply by the number of supply later. Okay? Yan. So, and so on and so forth. Okay? And for the supply, you just simply highlight this or select, okay, from I9 to L9. Okay? So whatever is the number of supply later on. Okay? Okay? Ang sabi kasi doon sa constraint natin, so going to, from factory 1 to warehouse A, the supply is 100. Okay? Yan. And the demand is 80. Okay? Yan. So 80 po yung demand. Yan. So on and so forth. So that's the constraints. Okay? Yan. So let's go to data solver. Balik lang natin. Let me delete. Hindi ko na ano kanina. Reset. Okay. Okay. So the objective is to minimize the total cost. Okay. So select that. Then select minimize. Okay. And the changing variable cells. Highlight. Yan, yung solution. Then for the constraint, just click add. We are referencing this one. Equals to 100. Add. Next. Okay. Yan. So pinagtatabi-tabi lang natin. Add. Okay. Then for the demand, equals to, sorry, this one equals to add, and yan. Yan. Pindot ka lang ng pindot dito, hindi mo na kailangan mag-compute. Yan. Mahirap po ito sa ano, no? Sa manual. So we are using simplex. Okay? The method that we are using is simplex. There are various methods. Yan. Pero simplex lang. Okay, yan. Kaya hindi na kailangan ng non-negative kasi click na lang to. Make unconstrained variable non-negative. And click solve. Yan. So meron na siyang nakita. Yan. So click OK. Yan. So your cost is 2,300. Okay. Tama naman. Okay, yan. Okay. Meron siyang element of reproducibility. Yan. Teka, bold lang po natin. Yan. So ang sabi po dito, yung kailangan mong 80, okay, okay, yung demand mong 80 can be satisfied by factory 1 going to warehouse A. Yan. Okay. Next, yung kailangan mong 90, okay, can be satisfied by factory 2 going to warehouse. Pwede mo ilagay doon sa warehouse B. Yan. Okay. And then next, so doon sa kailangan mo, okay, so yung demand mo for 120, okay, your demand for 120 can be satisfied by warehouse C from you can use factory 1 and 2 and going to warehouse C. Yan. So pwede mo siyang i-allocate doon. Yan. So for D, so for warehouse D, yan. It will cater factory. Yan nga natin para hindi mahirap. Okay? Factory 1 and 2, 1 and 3, okay? Can supply, apo, or can store warehouse D. Yan. Yan po. Let me know, ma'am, kung may tanong po kayo.